seen a freaking shirt like that in my goddamn life.
Never seen a freaking shirt like that in my goddamn life.
This chaotic absurdity and this super dry awkwardness, pairing those two is very funny. So this is one of the key moments in shooting that I had the joke built into the shot.
Get your giant dump truck ass!
Huber, get your giant dump truck ass out of my face.
Okay. Who's Hubert?
It's you! It's you!
Stop!
Let go!
It's you. You're Hubert.
It's a pet name! It's a pet name!
Pet name. For you.
Guys, we gotta open the door! We have to open the door!
Reach it.
Hubert, out!
Hubert, get out
Hubert,
of here.
Get out!
Get out.
Hubert, get out!
In a lot of improv, you find the jokes, the pacing, and rhythm in the edit, but it's still smart to have visual comedy and stuff. So the whole scene, we're running in this reverse shot, facing the other way in the park, and finally we cut to this reveal that not only is our van right there, but we're gonna open it and get out right in front of them. And I think that was a very intentional choice. I knew the cut was gonna happen from this established reverse shot to breaking the 180 there to reveal the van has been there the whole time. I try to avoid too many reaction shots. I think sometimes comedies kind of deflate their humor and joke with too many cuts to people's faces and reacting, and rather than just letting us be the people reacting, they have to show us people reacting, and it feels a bit like a laugh track in editing. So I try to avoid it, but sometimes reaction shots feel inevitable based on what you need in the editing. Here's a great example. We have this shot of us opening this door, and it took us way too long to get Hubert out, and there's a way funnier shot here of him flying out with his eye popping out at the same time. So in order to marry those two versions of the take together, I cut to this shot here and to get the action quicker.
Oh, reach it.
Hubert, out!
Hubert, get out of here.
Get out!
Get out.
Hubert, get out! Hubert, that's your name. We were saying it before.
On top of that, there's this. He falls out of the van.
Hubert, that's your name. We were saying it before. We're saying it now. Go find a bench.
And while we're
20 seconds,
on
okay?
these people,
Just go find a
we
bench.
hear footsteps, and then he's gone. This is another case where the action on camera went far too slow. Hubert fall out of the van, stand up. He has to grab his eye. If we didn't cut to the reaction shots, it would have taken an additional 15 seconds to get him off camera. So this is a place where you could use sound design to bridge things faster. So I'm holding on these reaction shots, and I got these footstep sound effects right here.
Just go find a bench.
Hi, Rachel. I'm the one that said that your shirt matches.
And then when you cut back, the audience will suspend their disbelief that in that short time he got up, got his shit together, and walked away. I think people often see reaction shots as like extra layer on the joke, but almost all of mine are extremely technically necessitated. To me, they are more assisting the pacing than I think pacing is everything in comedy. If you start to lose people, they'll grow very impatient with the jokes and they'll start to be grating rather than funny. So a simple little trick here I do for the audio, because this is very specific to a scene like this, but we have like the audio in an earpiece, and each time we're on a shot outside, we need the inside audio to sound like it's coming through the earpiece and vice versa. So the simplest little trick I do there is I just high pass it, which will lead to its
Shirt goes good with.
It's a very rudimentary way. You cut the low frequencies so then it sounds like it's coming over a microphone. So each time audio comes in early, I high pass it, and then I have it transition into a clean audio. So if you hear it independently, it would sound like this.
I've never seen a freaking shirt like that in my goddamn.
It just does well to bridge the scene. I think J cuts, L cuts, they're very important for a pacing in a comedy. You don't want each shot to be where the audio begins and ends. It makes everything feel very organic and the cuts flow much better. So when you're doing a scene like this where the characters are in two separate locations, still adhering to those rules of those J cuts is really valuable for bridging those two filmed totally separately shots together. The humor in this movie operates in two modes, and one is this chaotic absurdity, and the other mode is this super dry awkwardness. And I think pairing those two is very funny. I think like the super grounded, realistic awkwardness and the super elevated universe plays well, but you don't want either of those two to encroach on each other too much. And specifically in my comedy films, I kind of approach each scene as its own comedy short. I'm like, would this work in a bubble? But also, does it work to serve a grander narrative and pacing and structure of the movie? There's a version of this scene that has like super goofy, chaotic music, but I think the scene is already so goofy and chaotic that music would detract. I think planting seeds is a really fun part of improvising a feature. Good story structure, good writing has callbacks. It has these things that grow.